Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming at you here. It's midday money on a Wednesday. INS Day, 17th of January. Free picks are in the comments section. Picks, parlays, win free picks, and Sean Higgs channel. Twitter, Mr. Sean Higgs. Come give me a follow. Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you follow it? Also, great news, those of in the podcast world. So I say, listen, we're on Spotify, Pandora, I'm on, but you're on too because I mentioned all your names when we do the show. So you're really part of the podcast experience. Amazon, whatever podcast is your favorite podcast place. Find a Midday Money Show. Because you know what? I got a nice 34 piece from Believe. That's what I'm talking about. $34, baby. Moving on up. $34. But listen, I joke because my first one's for like $2. So that means people are listening and not just me running a repeat on Apple. So there's that bit of good news for me. Oh, all right. Let's hit a recap. Before we hit the recap, we got I don't know, we'll never see Michael B again. He was going to die on the Suns, -4.5. Yikes. T-Money will probably show up to take his lumps on Utah State. And I think that was it for the show yesterday. That's all I wrote down of comments in yesterday's show. Right, that's it. That is it. Let's recap the show. The hockey, 1-0-1. Senators below that. I wish I had the over. I said that last night in late night money. And we get a push on the Jets under. NBA splits out 1-1. No NFL. College hoops goes 5-4. I have a 7-2 day on the site, and we're rolling along. It's been a nice January. Really, really doing well. Can't complain about the turning of the calendar. I've been happy with today's action. Let's go. Hockey, nothing in hockey. We got 3 games today, and they're all big faves. I'm sure maybe we'll come in here. Someone will have maybe a puck line play or shots on goal, or not shots on goal, anytime goal scorer maybe on the ice. But again, three big favorites. I'm just not interested. Just not interested here. NBA, we're gonna roll in on the Mavericks here, plus a 4 spot versus the Lakers. I did have the Bucks in here last night, and then decided against using them. I don't know. I was tossed on Milwaukee in the over, as I mentioned last night. Middleton plays, maybe an over there. Again, for show purposes, we just got the Mavericks. They don't have to come in and go crazy here. That's not what we do. College, I didn't even know the record out here. So hockey is 14-13 plus 390 on the season here in the video. 22-17 plus 405 NBA. College hoops are 74-73 minus 660. Robert Morris stays 8.5. Holy Cross plus 5.5. Tulane at a pick'em. Arizona State 3.5. I did drop out one play from last night. I do have. What do we have up today? 3, 6, 7. 7 games up on the site for college basketball. 7-2 day overall yesterday, and we're moving in the right direction. We are now 52% on the season with college basketball. Slowly but surely getting into that plus money. Still down a couple bucks, but 185, 172. We're down $1.40. So took a bit, but here we are. I'm happy. It was just a matter of time before we started catching some breaks. I made a joke last night with the Cincy -3. I had them. I put never in doubt. That's kind of. I don't know if people who just come across that. Obviously, they won't get the sarcasm. Although I did put a little office GIF or GIF, whatever the hell you call it. I don't know, you youthful whippersnappers, whatever the proper terminology is. So hopefully they knew it was a joke. But If they don't, well, whatever. Not going to lose any sleep. T Money's in the house. Good call. New Mexico at the house. They dropped to 99 piece at 86. Listen, don't worry about the points there. Was I expecting a 99 spot? No, I just expected them to cover the spread because it was a unranked team favored by 5. Kansas State did the same thing. 2-point dog goes off at a pick 'em, wins. But come in. It is what it is. Just another day. Just put it behind you, move on. Leaning some Ole Miss, but I know they're going to FB on the road as usual, but I'm on them tonight. Let's jump into some Ole Miss action. Who they got a little Ole Miss tonight? Against LSU, of course. Oh, I'm shocked here. I'm shocked for like a ranked team getting points from a unranked team. Like that worked out so well yesterday with Utah State and Baylor. What could possibly go wrong in that game? What could possibly go wrong? No way that could lose. Nick Nasty's in the house. Godzilla. Love Gods. Go Godzilla. Nick Nasty says, hey, Team Money. But now Markel is in the house. My dude Hickster. What are your thoughts on Texas State money line? Want to bet a little Texas State? Let's pull up some. Here we go. Lafayette, Texas State Sunbelt action here. I didn't do a printout today. I wrote them out by hand. So bear with me as I pull up Louisiana and Texas State. By hands, no fun. You like Texas State here? I mean, I don't hate it here. A little home dog. How are they in the head-to-head situation here? ULL, they've won 4 in a row in a series of recent note. Texas State did grab a couple back in 2022. 64-58, 82-63 is a blowout. 9.7 points. 1, 2, 3, 4. They dropped 5 in a row before beating ULM. Interesting here. I mean, I understand because you're getting a team with the worst record, right? So, I mean, people will be like, "Hey, the other team has a better record. Let's automatically assume they're better." But it's a question of who they play. I take that in consideration. How they're playing of late, which, and honestly, it's not good when you just finally scored a win there especially against Monroe, who's the worst team in the conference. I don't. The pick'em is where it should be. How's Lafayette? They've been up, win, lose, win, lose, lose, win, lose, win, lose. I mean, you want to take Texas State? Go ahead, Bobcat it up. Have a good day, Money on Markel. T Money says, congratulations on your podcast. Yeah, that was a nice little $30. I like that. I mean, and I always joke like go in there, let it run. And again, it's not like I have thousands of viewers. I have tens. I have five of tens of viewers on the podcast. Because let's be honest, the Midday Money Show, you listen to that after the fact, it kind of loses its luster. Look headlines on a Sunday night is a good one to hold on to. Obviously, we do bringing back look headlines with conference tournament stuff coming up. That would be people listen to those a lot, but otherwise, it's I'm not gonna lie, it's not doesn't really hold its water for length. My show, of course, you have to ask before. Come on, Michael. What are we doing? Hey, it's the Lakers. The Lakers are good. Look at us. We're 21-21. We're a super duper team. We're going flat Earth style with Kyrie Irving tonight, Mr. Draft King. What do you say, Mr. DraftKings? Must be a big DK fan. T Money says, "Yeah, how could I take Utah State to drop 86 points? So what's wrong with me?" Sarcasm, but you got me though until the Chiefs on time. Listen, And you've been in here long enough, Timon. You've heard me say this time and time and time again. You have this ranked team, and you fell into a trap because you're falling into a trap today with Ole Miss. Oh wow, look at this. They're getting points. How TCU do yesterday against Cincinnati, getting 3 points? Okay, they lost in overtime. Still didn't cover. Baylor ended up being a dog. Started as a short fave, went to a dog. They don't win. Wisconsin. Well, then they were a favorite there. That's a bad one. BYU's a bad one. Utah State's a good spot for that. And then today you have more of the same. These are, and I said this on the show with Ross yesterday. I said on the Saturday when there's 150 games, I go to top 25, and I automatically look. Oh, LSU -1. Now they're -3.5 against a ranked team. Oh my goodness, they're ranked. They got to be the best thing ever. No, not really. The lines makers know what they are doing. Give them the benefit of that before you give yourself benefit of that. We're out here trying to pick off lines we think there's value in, and maybe they've adjusted some of these. But man, if you ever think that's the right side, you're going to be wrong, and more often than not. Today's not a day for hockey. No way. Especially at a $2 clip. And I'm shocked, Mr. DraftKings. Hit the like button. Yes, please hit the like button. It doesn't cost anything. Hit the like button. Just hit it. I know you're here, especially if you're not commenting. Hit the dislike button. I don't mind. Does it bother me? The show is about talking with the people here. I already gave you my picks. We're 5 minutes in. You go on your way. And most people watch for first 5-7 minutes of the show. That's fine. I don't mind. You got your picks. Leave. J Rock said, J Rock, where have you been, fella? Good to see you. Murray State North. All right, let's just start with this. English FA Cup. Everton moneyline. Nottingham Forest moneyline. Is Nottingham Forest? Isn't that where Robin was from? Nottingham Forest. Let's get the pen out for some soccer. English. Because maybe I'll do a little fun for myself. FA Cup. Everton moneyline. Nottingham Forest moneyline. All right. Now back to the business because we're in the business of being a business. Murray State Racers, Ilshai. You like Murray here. Last year, Murray wins. Year before, Murray wins. Murray's taking care of Ilshai. Ilshai, oh my goodness, 2-8 ATS run. These guys are struggling. I don't. How's Murray been on the road here? Missouri State, Evansville, you won that. Lost at Little Rock. Mississippi State doesn't mind. Austin, PA, 53-49. Loser. Yeesh, gets. Ilshai, though. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lost 4 or 5. Barely beat Valpo. Valpo's bad. I don't hate it. Let's get the racers going. I'll follow you on the racetrack here. Big 10 with Northwestern over the Terps. The Terps on the road. Is that just an auto fade? Fading the Terps on the road? Is that what we do? Coming off, especially off a big win? Beat the Illini? Northwestern? I don't hate this here at home in Northwestern. Maryland off the big win. I understand it. I understand the thinking behind it. Money Michael says, thank you for the Stetson play. If you like the Stetson? I like the little Stetson. Michael B's in the house. Here he is. I died on the hill. That was the Suns. And I bet that before I had no idea it would be the most public play ever. Oh, really? You're shocked that the Suns are a public play? How? This is the shocking thing that is, Mike, is that there's 3 games being played. The public's going to be on every home team in that one. Right? Yes or no? They'd be on every home team. T-Mike says, those that don't get the sarcasm aren't one of us. I know. Yeah, they don't understand the sarcasm. I wish there was sarcasm font on Twitter. Still really good night for Michael B. 2-1 NBA, 4-1 college hoops. New Mexico by double digits. Yeah, never in doubt there. Indiana took it up the route. Yeah, Indiana. And I said that. I said I grabbed the 10.5 once it got up to 10.5. I said, you know what? I'll take a piece of that. But the opening number at 9 said, you know what? Purdue might have been the side there because they're begging you to take. Why wouldn't you take Indiana? Right? You saw Purdue lose on the road already. Now they got to win by more than 10. And let's be honest, you're laying 10 plus. It was 10.5 at Caesars. You think you got to be up by like 15 to 20 to hold off any kind of late garbage points. Like you come in, you just kind of, you know, the old prevent defense kind of comes into play. Since he got it done, yeah, since he never in doubt, easy winner. Penn State, yep, UNLV. Yes, sir. Nice night. Lex is in the house. Keep it classy with Hickster. People stop peeling my term. Hickster. That's yours. That's the Lexter's term only, Hickster. The Paint Connect, Tech or Houston. I like the Red Raiders there with the points. Listen, I like Houston. Very good team. But they're going to come down a bit playing in the Big 12. This isn't like 31-3 Houston, where you go on the road and you lose a tough one to a big Power 5 school. You're playing them multiple times a week now. So you got to get up. You got to battle, not 7 days a week, but you know what I'm saying here, the paint. I will take Tech here. I had Tech versus the Longhorns. I think we maybe had it here on a chat when they played as an underdog. Give me the points here. This isn't, and again, you look at it as, is this a Purdue type game where they just want you to think it's too many points? If it is, I don't mind going down this path here with the Red Raiders. Give me Texas Tech. Patrick Brown. Canes come back with a win tonight. Here we go. I'm a Canes guy, old school Canes guy. I see my crooked Miami flag behind me. This team, I lose to Miami, lose to Wake. Colorado crushed you. I mean, you were favored. I do not know what this team is. And Florida State, I want to take the points here with Florida State. They might get the win here, Patrick. I don't know if I want to lay points with them. We want to lay 7.5, 8 points. What was this last night? That Houston line was 11.5. It's got up. Miami. This was 7. It's still 7.5. I don't know if I could say take the Canes. Marco says it has a leg button for you and Mr. Nika. Where is Mr. Nika? Yeah, Marco's been in today. There's not too many games, Marco. Let me run them all down for you. Michael B says college hoops say Rutgers. That's a rack -2. It'll always be the rack, even though it's the Jersey Mike's. If I'm Rutgers, I can't believe they're calling that place Jersey Mike's. You actually have delis to get real sandwiches. You don't have to go to Jersey Mike's. It's not like you're out of state. I'm going to say this line. Everybody's on Rutgers, which, see, I want to take Nebraska here, and I see everybody's pumping Rutgers. I'm shocked nobody's on Nebraska. I think Nebraska's for real. I don't know if I want to lay 2.5 here with Rutgers. I like Nebraska. Arizona State, yeah, UCLA. I don't care. I lost with UCLA last game. I don't mind taking a loss. I could, if I don't like a team, I think they're bad. That's just a one-off to me. We'll come back, take Arizona State as well. Got him here in the chat. Robert Morris, Holy Cross, Tulane. There's Arizona State. There you go. It's scrolling underneath as well. LSU unranked, yeah. LSU off a bad loss, exactly. I mean, Mississippi State. Well, I mean, Team Money's loving Mississippi State, so you know we got a winner on our hands here if you have LSU. These easy games are not easy. They are not easy. IUPU stinky. I don't know why you call them that. Last year, these guys covered for us quite a few times. Now you're getting 20 points from Fort Wayne, I believe. Is that what this line is right now? 17. That's all it is. At 17. Oh, I'd probably like a little more if I was going to take IUP. 1-7 on the road. IUP's covered 7-10 in this series. Getting 12, lose by 20. Getting 8, lose by 10. Getting 17, lose by 10. Getting 8, lose by 40. Lose by 40 at Robert Morris. Good grief, Charlie Brown. Fort Wayne's failed to cover the last 3 games. They covered big numbers versus Detroit. I think we had them in that Detroit game. I don't know. I'd lean IUP just because it's a bunch of points they've covered in this series lately. Again, did not bet this. Timo says, and I'm going to end up on Providence, who's laying 9.5. They should win by 20. Providence, they got to be playing who? DePaul? They got to be playing DePaul. I can't. Laying 10 on the road, I don't care how bad a team is. I just can't do it. Bill says, what do you think about the over in the Furman game? Money earning Furman and VMI. Nice early game here. What is this total? So 165. This was 162. This was 162 yesterday. It's 165. Are you kidding me? 165.5. Well, the line's definitely moved into that area, Bill, where obviously people like the over because it's gone up 3 points. Nick says, Higgs, hit the like button. Appreciate it, Nick. Michael B says, NBA, I like the Cavs first quarter, first half. Don't tell me why the Cavs come out strong versus the Bucks before blowing in the second half. I can see that. At this point, I'm just going to continue to bet the Jazz. And Jazz at home versus the Warriors, baby. You're just doing it because it's the Warriors. You got to fade that trash organization. Brandon's in the house. Morning, trying hacks. How are you? I'm trying hacks too. To get some hacks to win, Brandon. Team Money says, I get the ranked team, but I don't go by rankings. You know me better than that. I also know teams on the road in college are usually a no-go, but I don't believe in LSU, just like South Carolina lost. South Carolina was a favorite. That was a favorite spot for them yesterday. South Carolina wasn't ranked. Georgia's not ranked. That's not the spot you look at like that. That is not how you look at that spot. You're looking at it all wrong. Like, how about, yes, I said about Alabama. I'm taking a home team, a big fave. They were 15 point faves over Mizzou. They're not ranked or anything. But yet Mizzou at Kansas, 12-point dog. At Kentucky, 12-point dog. Top teams in the top 5, they're getting a dozen, and yet they're a 15-point dog to a non-ranked team. I'm just saying, non-ranked versus ranked, whether it's football or hoops in college, I'm going to look to that home team. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. New Mexico yesterday, winner. K-State, winner. Cincinnati, winner. Come on. Moneyline Raquel, I'm with you, Michael Cavs, all the way today. Brandon says, morning, Gene. How are you? I am well. No complaints. I had a 7-2 night last night, Brandon. So I'm excited about that. And I think my daughter wants to check out the rodeo. That's what we call it, right? Rodeo when it's fancy. Rodeo if it's I don't know. I'm gonna call it the rodeo. All right. It's Rodeo Drive. I'm gonna go down to the Houston Rodeo. It's kind of like Popeye's chicken. Put a little class in it. Make it a lot better. Marcos Minute. Am I allowed to ask questions today? A little late to the show, but 30-something games. I doubt you did it. Yeah, definitely no Marcos Minute today. Too many games. Brandon says, I have Spotify. Volume's down so I can listen. I appreciate it. I appreciate the Spotify. Look for the Midday Money Show. Play it in your sleep. I'll send you subliminal messages. Not really, but I thought it was funny. Markel says, I bet so far, all I bet so far is the Warriors over first half, money line, a full game. Is that what you got? Cavs first half, full game, and a Magic money line. Why? Why are we running to the Warriors here? And I understand the line has come down, so you possibly could be in the money here. Like it's a. Oh wait, hold on a second. Utah game is canceled. Why does Covers have this game canceled? I need an update. I need an update here. Why does it say the game's canceled on Covers? It is. It's not showing on my book. What happened? What happened here? All right, interesting. So the coach got hurt. No game today. Assistant coach Deham Milojevic hospitalized last night. Medical emergency at a private team dinner. Game is canceled. Game is canceled. All right. That is official. No Warriors game today. So get off the Warrior bandwagon. Well, not bandwagon, but the Warrior picks. Null and void postponement. So there is that. Maybe Michael B give his update. Michael B says, Markel, only early. They blow in the second half. That's the Cavaliers. Right, Nottingham, Paris, and it's Robin Hood, Band of Merry Men. Houston Rockets are off today. Yes, they are. They got to regroup. T-Mike says, why are the Warriors getting postponed or system being sick? I don't know. I find it odd. Why does it find it odd? Warriors are a bunch of crybabies. And listen, I mean, he's hospitalized for something. Maybe the guy had a heart attack or a stroke, and they're just freaked out watching their coach almost die in front of them or something. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? I hope the guy's okay and he lives. I mean, he's hospitalized. Something happened at dinner. Oh. Al's in the house. Good to see you, Al. Good afternoon. Do you like the under in Arizona State UCLA? Yes, UCLA. I ended up taking. Well, I had Washington that game, but I ended up. Someone mentioned the under UCLA 73 points or something, and so yeah, I do not like UCLA to score. So take the under as well. Brandon says snow in Houston. It's getting close to melted. We're getting close to summer. I had no snow by me. It was chilly. It's like 20 degrees. But everybody's like, "Oh, there's no like the sky's falling down here. Like the power's going out." Like, where do you live that you have like no power? I'm from Jersey. Power would go out sometimes. Ice power lines would go, right? Ice bring down a branch. And that's in an area where you actually had winter. So for that to happen here, would it shock me if the power went out for a day or two? No. You don't get cold weather down here for a few days, especially ice. What are people complaining about? That happens in states that get snow in October, November, December, January, February. I've seen snow on Easter in Jersey. Marco says Mississippi State versus Kentucky. I was looking at Mississippi State. I think with Kentucky's to play there. Rhode Island versus the Bonnies. It's the Bonnies. Creighton. I like Creighton. I was initially looking at Mississippi State, but I have my Kentucky, North Carolina. I know Arizona's, Team Money's going to shoot me down in Arizona, but then Purdue. I think that some teams are better than others and to take care of business. Fernando, Warriors game postponed. Yes, sir. Jack says Maryland has been inconsistent. Might surprise people last year. This year, the Northwestern's 21-6-0. They're off a big win. I'd have to go the other way. That's just the way it works. I mean, if you're going to take him, you should have had him as a bigger dog, not off a big win where everybody's going to be like, "Oh, look at this! They had a big win. I'm going to take him to against the points." T-Mike says, "Michael B, don't start the public play nonsense. The public wins a ton and lose a ton." Well, here's the thing, and I talk about the public stuff all the time. Like, oh, you got to be on the public side. There's 3 games, and the public loves betting NBA. Chances are you're going to be on the public side, or total, or public bet net. I mean, there's 3 games this weekend. There's what? How many NFL games? You don't think everything's going to have a public side? Come on. Bill says Ilshai at home. Yeah, I think we just talked about Ilshai earlier. I don't hate Ilshai here. Hold on, let me pull it up real fast. Did we do the Ilshai game against Murray? I know. We kind of like Murray staying here. Somebody asked about Murray. I didn't like the way Ilshai's been playing. Too many. I can see Florida State winning, but I could see them getting smoked as well. They're one team I can't get a read on. Well, I mean, Miami's had some questionable losses too. So, um, I'm automatically going to lean a dog. If I don't like anything, 90% of the time, I'm going to lean dog. And I tell you why you lean dog, because there's 3 outcomes to a game. A dog covers, a dog wins, or the favorite wins. So 2 out of 3 are possibly in my favor if I don't really like anything. Gio, what do you say, Higgs? I must be getting old, ready for some spring training baseball. Am I gonna stay off player props some season? I'll put some out here. I mean, they were not good. They started out good, the RBI props, and they went sour midway through the season. Well, more towards the end of the season. But I'll jump in some RBI props early. I'll put some out here. Like I said, the show's always changing. Like when I first did it, it was just like loads of picks. There'd be like 15 picks a day, picks all over the place, and I didn't keep track of them all. But I kind of correlate them to how I did on the site, so I knew if I was having a winning season in one sport or another. And that year I had a huge college basketball season, a huge baseball season. Then I kept track of them, and we had double the amount of games from one year to the next, and we went from winning to losing, or losing to winning. Well, they varied. I just have to get the right kind of not the right feel. Gio, I'm just trying to think. There's only so much screen I could post on here at a time for picks, right? Uh, and if I just like strikeout props, the first 5 that are 15 games, there could be like 90 games in here, and that's just way for what I do just on personal to bet myself. That's just way too much time to just start going through and writing down 9 different props. Well, this is how we are on our K props. This is how we are on our sides. This is our first 5 bets. These and that's on top of we still have NBA going on, or in hockey. It's I don't know. I think baseball. I think I just said I'll just have the usual sides and totals up here every day. That'll be record wise, but the props just might be just a hodgepodge of things that, like in football, when I put them up for anytime touchdowns, anytime I did that during the year, I didn't add those to the record because how did that? I know how come that would totally skew something when you have a couple 3-1 touchdowns come in. All of a sudden, my NFL sides are 10-10, and all of a sudden I hit 3 football totals, and it's not football totals, but touchdowns. Then all of a sudden we're 16-10, and we're up. That's doesn't correlate. I'll figure it out. We'll see what we do. I'm gonna have some. I like my Ruby props. I'm gonna try to get into more no bottom 9 bets. Pitcher for a win over 5 innings as opposed to freaking doing these run lines and the bullpen's burying me late. And that they killed me late, the bullpens. Brent says, who do you want to go see at the Houston Rodeo show? I don't know anybody at the Rodeo. I'm just looking for some good meat. Hopefully there's some ribs. I like some ribs, dry rubs, seasoned. I want some ribs at the Rodeo. Money Markel's getting notes out for Michael B. Fade me is a winner. Good rumor here. So yeah, fade T Money. T no money when he's taking ranked teams. You know me. In those spots. I'm just going to be against you all the time, and that's been forever in those spots. Not just you, just in general. Under UConn, yes, Lex. Les, were you watching me, Ross, and Jesse this morning? T Money says LSU stinks. It's all right. They're going to win tonight. Gabe likes the shirt. I gotta see. This is why I gotta get the Sean Higgs YouTube up more, so I can put all the shirts on there, as opposed to getting $1 from the winning free pick premium side of things. I could actually maybe make like $2 on the Sean Higgs channel. We gotta get some. We're gonna do some new shirts. I gotta get some going. We're gonna have the late night money shirt, maybe night moves. Best way to go 4-1 is a 5-team parlay. We're gonna have a bunch of shirts, Gabe. And good to see you. Happy New Year. I haven't seen you in a bit. Youngstown against Oakland. Wood -3 against East Tennessee. Who's that? Linwood? No opinion on East Tennessee, but I do like the Grizzle at home against Youngstown. I know we're sometimes we like the Penguins, but I think the Grizzle get it done. Nebraska's not for real on the road. I don't know. See, I'm sort of a Nebraska believer, which is why I like them here. That is why I think overall as a team. Now, Iowa crushed them. Wisconsin crushed them. They beat K-State. They lost by double digits to Minnesota. I get it. I get it. But you lose by 20. It's an embarrassing loss. I think you bounce back here at home. I think you do. Let's see. Rutgers at home. Nebraska beat them by 10 last year, and Rutgers came in and beat them by a 2 in Nebraska. 2022 Rutgers by 30, basically. Nebraska by 19 at home. I mean, holding court is one thing, but why is the line this short and everybody's on Rutgers? So, Gabe, that's the thing. Over UConn. No. Under UConn. You can't have both sides here. Lex, you can't give out the over and under. This isn't a 1-800 show where you're calling in and we give everybody in Nevada, or excuse me, Kansas, wherever they come. You can't just give one side to everybody. Over for the people in Connecticut and unders for everybody in Creighton. Yeah, that was Nevada. It should have been Nebraska. Nick Nasty's laughing. Nick, what did I say that's so funny? Please remind me. Marcos Minute says San Diego State -6 versus Nevada. Arizona -19 USC. I don't know. I mean, is Arizona due for a monster blowout? I mean, what do we say about that? Teams that are due. Well, you're due. You're hoping. You poop in one hand. You're hoping the other for a blowout. What's going to fill up first, Marco? I'm going to say lean to the doggy in this game. 87-81, 81-66, 91-71, 72-63, 81-72. And that's Arizona dominating. And still, you're talking 20 points. No, thank you. And San Diego State, Nevada. I might go a little Wolfpack action here in Mountain West. Let's see here. 6.5. Wow. Nevada is 15-2, huh? Interesting. What was this last night? This was a 5.5, 139. So it's kind of gone up a bit. Nevada finally won a game last year. 9 straight before that for San Diego, the Aztecs. Tony Gwynn Aztecs getting it done. Lost at home for Boise. Do we have maybe we got an injury concern here? Here we go. Who's that? This guy. Oh, it's not that. He's not that important to them. I don't know. I want to lean to the doggy there. I want to lean doggy. Northwestern -4 versus Maryland. Yeah, again, Maryland off a big win. Belmont versus Northern Iowa. Oh, the Panthers in the Missouri Valley. Belmont's at home here. Nope. Northern Iowa, baby. Get on that Northern Iowa. I love seeing that. They've gone from a dog to a fave. You love to see it. Where is this line at? Where was this last night? Northern Iowa. Northern Iowa was a pick 'em. Now they're a fave. Take those Panthers. Do it. Do it, Northern Iowa. Do it for Johnny. Brian says, guess I'm going to do this year for the rodeo. We're doing the grand entry for the Eastern Rodeo. You should come to see that. So, what is the grand entry? Does that mean you get to ride on a bull or something there, Brandon? Marco says, Virginia Tech. You know I like Virginia Tech in that one. And Arkansas State, I would lean towards Arkansas State. That's a team we've kind of been on a little bit, made us money. Team Money says, I guess I'll lose a ton if the odds makers are smart when the Chiefs put belt in on Sunday. Yeah, sure. Chiefs are losing, fella. I hope that don't lose too much money. I don't want to see you homeless, Team Money. I'm at the cash app you something so you could eat. Send you a little meal. Have the Earls come out there, pick you up some Bojangles. They love their Bojangles, so they'll have extra. They'll feed you, feeding the homeless. Nick Nasty. Oh, the Cavs on the Cavaliers. I like the Cavaliers a little bit there. I think. Actually, give me just the over. I don't know what the Middleton deal is. Brian says, have her to come see me. We will be upstairs. Listen. Let me know the day. I know it's multiple days. J Rock says canceling games now because the assistant coach was hospitalized. LSU over Mississippi, 3-point spread, or Texas -3 versus ECU. North Texas. Listen, it's LSU. Don't listen to T Money. T Money loves Mississippi here because they're ranked getting points. He loved Utah State last night too. J Rock says these people are so soft nowadays. I mean, yeah, I didn't even know. They mentioned the assistant coach James. I didn't know who he was. And I can make jokes about the Warriors. I'm not going to joke about some guy going into the hospital. Who knows what deck he has? I mean, I'm not going to go into theories and what could possibly have gone wrong. I don't know what happened. Kick some dirt on him, let him play. I mean, I don't know what happened. Did he just have a heart attack? Fall into his mashed potatoes? Did he get violently ill and start throwing up and splashing people and people got vomit in their mouths? I don't know what the heck happened. Is it college football you're talking about? We're talking college basketball. Nick Nasty's laughing at J-Rock. Probably got poisoned from dinner. Hey, they poison MJ. Why won't they poison the Warrior? There's no reason to poison the Warriors. They're terrible. So, too much says, oh yeah, showing. You know what cold is being in Jersey. I know about it. Jersey and up all too well. I mean, you see stuff comes across oh, thanks, Texas. We got to worry about losing power. Yeah, I mean, it's freaking Texas. From April to October, it's 90 degrees or more. So, yeah, 4 days of cold. And if it's raining, we had rain, it was everything was ice, right? So if it's going to rain here and just be a sheet of ice because it's 20 degrees for 3 days, you're going to have problems. They don't have rock salt for the roads. All the roads are cement anyway because you had blacktop here. People would be literally cooking on the streets. You'd be walking down the street, your feet would burn up like a New York strip steak. So there's no salt to put down on the roads, and people here can't drive as it is. People text drive like they're insane. Oh, what's the speed limit? 75. Let me do 90, and you're going too slow at 85. Ice, you can't. The houses are the paper mache thin. These people are nuts down here. I mean, I love it, and I don't want to. Like I said, I'm not gonna talk bad about Jersey. I love Jersey. I lived there my whole life. Coming here was a great move. Love it. Love my house. People are nice. I have no friends, but whatever. I come in, talk to the crowd here, but they get a little loopy when it comes to the weather. I'm all for nice warm weather. It's 90 from April to October. Minimum. It's a cold spell. What are you going to do? No, it's not built for cold down here, as it should be, because it's team money. I know Nick go out and ball out for him. I see why the Warriors been trash for 2 years. Popeyes. You like that, huh? Popeyes. Desmond is the 16th like. Let's get over to the YouTube channel and see what we got going on YouTube. 16 lights on win a free pick. You know what? It says always. I could pull up here on the channel. Nobody's watching on Sean Higgs' channel. It says one person watching on the Higgs channel. That's all right. What can I do? What can I do? I'm still trying to build that channel back up. I had a lot of views back in the day, and then it just ended. It just ended there with the Top Dogs page. Um, yeah, look at this. There's 17 likes. I love it. I love everybody for hitting the like button. Florida State +7 against the U. Yes, that's what it says. Number 2 Boilermakers victory brought in a cool $2 last night. Big win. I should have known better when that opened up at 9. Marco says Chattanooga over Mercer. Chatty 2x4 can't get through the bathroom door. I'm being politically correct because it's usually fatty 2x4, but we'll call him Chatty. Chattanooga Mercer. Let's go. What do we got here in this matchup here? Let's pull it up. Let me see if I can find it on my sheet from last night because I just wrote them down like a sick little man. I wrote them all down because the kids were home from school because of the ice, and I didn't want to leave and go out there and face my worst nightmares. This was a 1 last night. What do you got here now? The line is 2. The Mocs, 4 straight wins in the series. 7-3 last 10. You're off a terrible home loss. Wow, Greensboro really flipped it to you there. And Mercer's lost a couple in a row as well. Let's where are we looking at here with these two guys? I mean, it's not our favorite Money Erman Furman team. When Chattanooga's, I got them maybe a little bit better. Maybe a little bit better. I mean, in a spot like this where it's just basically a pick 'em, where do you go? With the team who's playing better? I mean, one team's dropped 2 or 3, the other one's dropped 3 or 4. Nick Nasty says, snow and cold in Missouri. Little snow in Missouri. Miss Sour Eye. That's how I learned how to spell it, Nick. Like connect, I cut. Marco says, Davidson and Fordham 2-point spread. Mass Loshi 4-point spread. Any thoughts in these games? Let's pull them up. Where are we going? Davidson, Fordham. Do I just take, I shouldn't say take because I don't have them on the site. I don't have them as a free pick. I'm going to lean Fordham. I do like UMass, though. I did like UMass. I like UMass. That line is up to 4. This was a 2 last night. I do not like that 2-4 in the Massachusetts Loshi game. And Fordham and Davidson. It's basically a pick 'em. Give me Fordham and UMass. Salukis and Bradley. I got the question mark next to Southern Illinois. So Eileen Salukis. Tulane +3 versus UAB. They're +3 versus UAB now. This game was a pick 'em last night. That's a +3. They are +3. I think I got them in the chat here to pick them last night. Tulane, pick. So it is a family issue. What's the family issue? What are you talking about, Brandon? Are we talking about the Warriors? Too much. Yeah, no money. No best bets with no money. Do I like the Ravens draw? I'm not. You know what? I am not even on this game yet. I don't know what to think yet. Part of me wants to take the Ravens. I do. You got 2 pick sixes there versus Flacco. Lamar's not going to do stuff like that. You go back to week 1, they battled them pretty tough. I had Houston in that game, by the way. Did not cover. I couldn't get a back door. I don't coming off a bye, it's and then they didn't even play the week before, so it's like 2 weeks. Are they going to start slow? Maybe Texans first half could be worth a look here. Tulsa -6 against Texas San Antonio. This was a 7.5 here. Let's go a little San Antonio and Texas versus Central Florida. I mean, UCF. I, I mean, this is a weird squad, right? You pulled off the big win over uh, Kansas. Then BYU takes care of business, albeit only by a point. Barely got it done there. You lost big to Kansas State on the road. So what are we expecting here from Texas? A Texas team that, again, you're coming in off a loss. You edged out Cincinnati barely, barely. You lost at home to Texas Tech, who we like today, getting those points from Houston. 8.5. Oh, mine has not moved. You know what? I'm gonna say UCF. I'm not sold on Texas basketball this year. T-Man says, J-Rock, these guys don't want to play when everything is nice and it's sunny outside, so we shouldn't expect anything less. Listen, let's just hold court on this before we got to find out what totally happened here. I mean, for all you know, this turned into something out of like 28 days later, and he was attacked and somebody bit his neck and he's a zombie. I don't know what happened here. I need some kind of update here. Under in UConn, phone it in, take care of business. Yes, under. Wilford -3 against East Tennessee. Oh, Wilford. Okay, I thought it was. I saw you put the Wood. I thought it was Lynn Wood. Okay, East Tennessee. Let's pull it up here. Yes, versus Wilford. Well, Wilford's favored by 3, aren't they? Wilford should be the fave. I would lean Wilford. I like my Terriers. Nick Nasty. Thoughts on Celtics plus points tonight? Do we want to lay 16 points with the Celtics? How about a team total over? Nick Nasty. T-Bunny says Arizona wins, but I don't know by 20. Yeah, I can't lay 20 with Arizona. Groovy. Brandon Ingram for the Pelicans. First basket. Brandon Ingram. Groovy cashed a 550 Lori marketing the other day. Wonderful. Desmond says Wildcats, Trojans. I can't see it. I don't want to lay 20. These are games like I said. Not that I just don't look at them, but really, there's 30-something games. I'm not laying 20 points to me is not something that's going to be a great long-term kind of moneymaker. So it's not. I don't want to lay 20 points in a conference game with the Wildcat team, who they might be hitting a little hiccup right now for whatever reason. It happens. Brandon says, is the right night money tonight? Absolutely late night money tonight. Every day we bring back the late show. It's the late show. We're going to make late night money shirts, night moves money shirts. Look at lines, llama locks. The llama locks. Groovy says, if he misses, I'm going to Terry Roser. I do love some Bojangles. I had Bojangles when I drove down here. I stopped at a Bojangles. Mr. Bojangles. How about that song? Anybody know Mr. Bojangles? He jumps so high. There's an oldie. There's an oldie song. That's even older past my time. Brent says, no, it's why I mean a horse is walking around in a circle and fire trucks. We'll be working Saturdays and Sundays, not weekdays here. For this is the rodeo special. All right, see, I got to get more of this. I got to come check this out. Choked on a hot dog. They were having little wieners at the team dinner, hot dogs. Did he have mayonnaise on the hot dog? That's the only acceptable topping. Only mayonnaise on hot dogs. Why wouldn't Texas have solar farms everywhere? Here's the thing. They do have them, Lex, but they sent out a warning that the solar farms do not work when it's cold out because there's no sun. So when you have 2 days of overcast and clouds, they build up their power based on the morning sun. So if there's no morning sun, there's no power. So that is that. And if it's too windy, like it gets down here, the the wind does not work because it's too fast. They have to shut them off because they break them. And since it's against the law to use too much gas or oil, there's not enough. So it's ridiculous. The laws in place. They sent out like ERCOT sent out a thing like, hey, this is why the solar's not working. We don't have any solar or wind energy today because the wind turbines are shut down because it's too windy and there's no sun for the solar to work. You know how many solar panels you need to power a house, and then you fill in this. Houston has 9 million people. I mean, solar panels you need to do that, like the state of something like the size of Kansas to run one city here. Nick Nancy says they closed the schools in Texas for flurries. Here in my town here where I live, Nick, the buses for the little kids up to like pre-K to sixth grade, middle school and high school, they're just one set of buses. So if one bus gets in an accident or if it's late, it'll just stagger the entire school day. So on a day like today, they sent out an email like, "Hey, we're going to open up schools half hour early because we don't know when the buses are going to get there." So could you imagine going standing outside today? It was I went out. It was 17 degrees this morning, and I had shorts and a sweatshirt on, but I wasn't standing outside waiting for 45 minutes for a bus that's supposed to come at the little kids get picked up here at 6:15 in the morning. They start at 7. So preschool kids are at the bus stop at 6:15. And then the middle schoolers get picked up at like 7:45. The high schoolers, no, high schoolers are next because my daughter's in middle. She's eighth grade. They start school at 9 or yeah 9:05 or something like that. 9:15. High school starts at 8:15. Little kids start I guess 7 or 7:15. But an hour early is when the buses come. So if the buses are late for one group of kids, it just the entire thing is staggered. So you're staying out. Hey, I'm going outside at 7:30 for my bus. Supposed to be here at 7:43, but it's late. It doesn't come till late. I mean, you're going to stand outside for an hour, 20-degree weather. I don't understand here. Again, I got to wrap this up because I got to go do a free picks. Um, they you can just go to school wherever. They just got buses driving all over the joint. It's bizarre. Is there going to be a white? Yes, there's white money tonight. It'll be white money. There'll be green money. We don't care about the color money. We just want winners. There's going to be a white night money. Clayton, my guy, good to see you. Weather and Ravens Saturday, coupled with a lack of wide receiver depth, has me only looking at the Ravens. Ravens will be a leg up teaser. I agree. I mean, what's the weather? I mean, if it's going to be crazy wind, it affects kind of both teams. Houston's run game, I'm not really a fan of. I liked it coming into the season. It's been kind of non-existent, but it's a dome team outside. I mean, it's a good. Listen, it's a great storyline here. But let's be honest. Ravens, Chiefs, Ravens, Bills. I think everybody wants to see that. I mean, Bills, Lions, Super Bowl, people go crazy for. Brand says they will give up at 8. They will give up at 8 in the morning from 7:30, I guess. Arkansas State, Matt. Yes, we like some Red Wolves. Deep fried tie, fade USC plus 19. I like the 19. I'm not taking Arizona minus 19, 20 points. I can't do that. Am I betting USC? Yeah. I didn't bet it, but he had a heart attack. All right. I mean, J Rock being smart, but he didn't choke on a hot dog. Llama locks. You like that? Solar panels are all over Vegas. It's Desmond, I'm saying go to see how many solar panels you need to run your house and how they work. Eileen Ruckers. against Nebraska. I sort of like Nebraska. I'm high on Nebraska this year, so that's my little bias towards them. What school should go to? I can't tell you the school. I don't need what. I mean, a bunch of sickos. I'm going to have to send her in with a handgun, right? I'm going to tell people where my daughter goes to school. Clint, 26 and 60 mile an hour winds for Sunday. Ravens, Texans, wins rather. Evansville over Valpo. I'm leaning Evansville. Yeah, I like the purple aces there. I mean, Valpo is a bad team. This line was 5 last night, Marco. 5.5. Clint says, I think Creighton keeps it close with number 1 UConn. I agree. I did Creighton today with Jesse and Ross. So I like that game. I got him. I'm on that puppy. All right, an hour plus. I love it. I hate leaving when there's people in the chat, but we got to go do videos with Detroit Lenny. All right. Robert Morris, Holy Cross, Tulane Pick'em, Arizona State is in the chat. Mavericks as well. No hockey since they're huge favorites. And NFL, I'll probably add. Tomorrow's Thursday already. Wow. I got 2 picks up on the site already, but I got to load them up. Listen, hit the like button. Come back tonight for late night money, llama locks, look at lines, night moves, whatever. I'll see you at midnight. Maybe it's 11 p.m. It could be 9 p.m. It could be, I don't know. You could be somewhere else at a different time. Those are the only 3 time zones I know. I'm sorry.